Hi guys, happy Wednesday. It's Dawn Day. It is Glitter Pit Day. It's 3 o'clock and you're supposed to be right here with me. Welcome to the Wednesday Live, everybody. Let me turn on my comments. How's everything going? It has been beautiful here. I'm so happy about it. The sun has been out the last 3 days and I love it. All right. You know what? My computer's on, so let me flip this over here. I got to go turn my computer off. Hold on. I was joining you guys in the early bird chat and I forgot to turn it off. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I had to turn off my computer. Oh, craziest things happen when we're live, right? All right, let me just go ahead and put this in picture while we're at it. There. Hi, I'm back. All right, let's do an early bird glitter spinner. I do not have a glitter giveaway this week. I ran out of time, you guys. I'm really sorry, but you guys know things happen. So, all right, we're going to give away these purple fine shimmer gems. They are so pretty. These are in the new mini catalog. So let's go ahead and I'm going to spin with my iPad on the stand. All right, so let's go ahead and spin it. And hopefully I don't double tap like I did last week, right? All right, right here. Diana! Yay, Diana! I got your address, girl. All right, so Diana, oh wait, this pen doesn't work anymore. But I like this stylus. It's a big knob on there. But I will write it out with this cute purple pen. All right, so Diana, M-A-H-A-R. You got the purple gems. All right, and I'll get these dropped off in the mail to you tomorrow, all right? Yay! Congratulations, Diana! Yay! All right, so we'll get those out to you tomorrow. All right, now this is the brand new host code that's for this month. Through, you're going to get your host code gift is going to be sent out mid-March. Everybody should have got your host gift for last month when I was on vacation because I sent them out right before I left. So hopefully you guys got it. So this code will be for the gift to go out mid-March, all right? So use this host code. It is also on my website, which is right here, dawnstampingthoughts.net. That is my website. Everything and anything is posted over there if you need, like, what is going on with Stampin' Up, what specials, what promotions, what's going on with me. I try to keep that updated. I've been trying to post every day except for the weekends, so hopefully you guys noticed that. Have you guys noticed that? And then, but the host code is posted over on my website on the right-hand side underneath my photo there. I think you just scroll down a little bit more. Also, that is where you sign up for my weekly newsletter. For those of you that haven't signed up yet, come on over. You will love it. Where have you been? Sign up for my weekly newsletter. You'll get the project we're making, also the printable, and a bonus newsletter tutorial. That's only for my subscribers. And then also everything else that's in that newsletter, all right? So make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter. And that goes out at about 2:15 on Wednesdays, all right? So make sure you sign up. And that is, again, over on my website. All right, so that's done. And then we have 2 brand new kits. This one I knew. As soon as I seen it, I had to get it for Jessie. Jessie is loving plants. And she actually told me what plants these are. Do you think I could remember what those are? No. But I had bought this kit for her, so I have Stampin' Up! Sending it to her. But this kit is so awesome. So it's one of those home decor kits that has 4 frames And the frames, I believe, are 6x6. And there's no stamping. It's actually just punching it out and like, you know, curling it with the bone folder and then building your plant scene, which you can see here in the picture. Isn't it cute? So Jessie is so excited to get it. I'm so excited for her to get it. When we were over there this weekend, I said, where are you going to put all those pictures? She's like, I'm thinking I might put them in my bathroom. And I'm like, that's a great place. So, but that's one of the new kits. And the kit number is right here, 163873. And this kit's $25 because it's like, you know, you're getting the actual frames, the mats, and all that. So, and they're 6x6. And then this was the other kit that was added just the beginning of February. So this is the birthday sparkle kit. This is a birthday cards, tags. It's very, very cute. And this one is $23. And I believe you get the all the consumables and everything. So this one's number is 163865. And again, this is all in the newsletter and over on my website too if you miss it today. And also listed down below. Then last week, I didn't get a chance to share with you guys because it was like added on... What day was this added on? I think it was added on the 1st, which was that Thursday, right? Last week. But I did post it on my website, so hopefully you guys got the notice that Stampin' Up! Has added a bunch of new items. They're not new to us, but they're added to the Sale-a-Bration selection. So not only do we get the mini catalog, which is this right here, you still get these items to pick from. But if you're like me, you've already picked all your favorites, right? So then they added more stuff for more of a selection. And there's a couple items that are in, well, actually one item, I think. This Just Kiddin' designer paper is in the new mini catalog. And I used it on one of our cards today, so I'll show you those samples later. But then what is this one? Delightfully Eclectic. That big, humongous pack of 12x12 paper that's in the annual catalog, that is in there for a $50 pick for your Sale-a-Bration item if you want that. So please check out those items. Those items, there's a link down below also in my description box. And then two more items were added for the $100 selection. These are the new core Stampin' Right markers. And then the Dragonfly Punch. So you can pick these items for a $100 order. Okay. So those were added to the level 2 items. And then next month, I did get my pre-order. So finally, I got a pre-order. So I show you guys what I got. The brand new online exclusives. Remember, we're getting these every quarter, I believe. So our next delivery of the online exclusives will be out on March 4th or 5th. I think it's the 4th. But I got my pre-order. So look at this. Is so cute. So this is a coffee press, you know, like a cold press coffee little Dumaflatcher. Anyway, I got that stuff. So if you want to stick around to the end, I'll just show you a couple of the items that I got from my pre-order. I got it in yesterday. And then this is another flyer that will be posted closer to the date that you guys can print off and see all the extra stuff that's coming. Woo! It's so awesome. What's even more awesome is that Stampin' Up! Didn't pre-select the items for us demonstrators to pre-order. So they opened it up so we could order whatever we wanted. So that was like awesome. Thank you, Stampin' Up! This is the card we're making today. It's so cute. We're using the Trusty Tools and the Trusty Tool Box. Again, I love this designer paper for all the tools. But this card is so cute. We've made it before, but we using new stuff today. And it's the center pop-up fun fold card. So we're going to make this one, but I think I got 3 other samples to show you guys. And I used other brand new stuff. I didn't use the balloons, and I didn't use the bright skies, and I didn't use the Be Mine. I know, I like that stuff too, but I like everything else I bought. So I'm just trying to, you know, share the love. And of course, the 2 catalogs that are current still, and the annual catalog. So we have the January through April. Now remember, this month is the last month for Sale-a-Bration. So please make sure you're getting all your favorites. All right. All right, like I said, I do not have a glitter giveaway today. I didn't have time to take pictures and pick something out for you guys. So we're just going to skip this week. But I do have a winner from last week for the, I think it was the Carnival Treats, the Take Your Pick, and those rainbow dots. So let's do the drum roll, announce the winner for that. Gotta pull it up here. There it is. Rhonda! Yay! Rhonda, Rhonda. You know what is so funny? I got so many multiple names of the same name for customers. So when I email you guys, I'm just making sure that you're the Rhonda Long that, you know, I know that is a customer or my downline. And then I do have your address. So I just want to make sure because shipping is getting to be really crazy, you guys. So I don't want to send it to a wrong address. So if I, you know if I have your address and you know if you're a downline or a customer, if you won before. So, but Rhonda, you got it. And I'm going to drop it off in the mail tomorrow. Yay, Rhonda. So Rhonda, I contacted her and then she emailed me back and everything is a go. Yes. I love that when that happens so quickly. Don't you? All right, now let me show you this week's card that we did for the bonus, the bonus tutorial that was in this week's newsletter. It's very cute and it's from yours truly. This is the card that I made for the bonus tutorial. So if you guys get the newsletter, scroll down towards the bottom and the newsletter is in there with the tutorial, okay? And it's a little Z fold, but look how cute it is on the inside too. So all that information on that tutorial is in that newsletter. So hopefully you guys put them in like a folder and you save them. And if you don't have time to look at them today, you can always go back and print those tutorials because they're really, really awesome. Sometimes they're really simple, but you know what? Me personally, I struggle with the simple card just because I love like the detailed, the fun folds, the interactive cards, like today's card. So I sometimes struggle with just making a simple card. You know what I mean? But it's still all so fun. And in those tutorials, you get all the measurements and stuff, which is great. All right, so you guys want to see the card up close and personal? Let me show you the items we're using first. This is the Trusty Tools. This is a great masculine set. And you guys know I love making masculine cards, especially if it fits with my husband, because my husband is a handyman. He knows how to do everything. And, you know, motorcycles, cars, you know, classic cars and stuff, that's right up our alley. So when I get stuff that really hits it on the head for my husband, I like it and I love it. So this is one of those stamp sets / bundles. And look at all these cute tools. You got the drill, you got the wrenches, the hammer, the pencil, the tape measure. It's got it all. A pegboard. The only thing I'm using out of the stamp set is the You're the Most Awesome. And the dies are what I use to cut with the paper. So I pre-cut all the pieces for my tools so you guys can zippity along with me today on my card. It's not going to take very long. And then I also use the stylish shape, the little banner here, the largest one, to cut out You Are the Most Totally Awesome. I think that's what it said. Okay, so that's the die I used to cut that out, which I've already cut out. Okay, so here's the card. So cute. 2 ways to fold this card shut. You can close it like this, or you can close it like this, pinch it together, and then you can have the sides fold over and it fits into a regular size envelope. Don't you love that? And I don't think it's going to be that much extra postage, at least for mine. It might be just because I add a lot of dimensionals on my tools to pop them up and make them like stand out on that pegboard paper. Don't you love it? So cute. All right. So this is So My Husband. All right, so let me give you all the pieces. Oh, you know what? I got to go get design. Oh, you know what? Maybe I got designer paper over here already. Let me look and see if I've already got it over here, because maybe I do, but I don't think I do. All right, let me just start here. Let me give you the card base, and then I'll run and get the paper. It's just right over here on the other table. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock. I'm using the copper clay, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8. Is anybody making this card with me today? It's going to be a really... Hi, Nicole. It's going to be a really fun one. We're going to use our paper trimmer for scoring and cutting, but it's not going to be hard. Just go grab a piece of 5.5 by 8 and we're going to make it, all right? And then you can decorate it later. Trust me. Even if you want to make a template, like with basic white or something, that would be great. All right, let me go grab my designer paper and I'm going to cut that with you, all right? I thought I grabbed my piece, but I guess I didn't. So let me grab my backup paper. Hopefully I have enough. I've been kind of... Ooh, I don't know if I have enough. Let me see here. Hold on, I got 2 packs here. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I got enough. I definitely got enough. All right, so I'm going to use this pegboard paper that's in the Trusty Toolbox, 12 by 12. And this is one of the free items from Sale-a-Bration. So that makes it even better, right? All right, let's cut our pieces of designer paper together. So I have a piece of 12 inches long, and I think this is at least 1 7/8 wide. Yeah, so 1 7/8. You're going to need 2 pieces cut at 1 7/8, which is what I just cut, by 5 3/8. So that's the 8th mark right before the half. So 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. You're going to need 2 of them. Okay. Then I have another piece over here. And I'm going to use the ruler part here. So I'm going to cut it in the white format for my card. All right. So we're going to cut these at 1 7/8. Right? 1 7/8. Yeah. 1 7/8. I'm just thinking which way I want to cut it better. Would it be better this way? No, I'm going to cut it this way. 1 7/8 by 1 1/8. Then you're going to cut 4 of them. Okay, so 1 1/8 by 1 7/8 and cut 4. I'm very limited on this paper, so that's why I'm stuck with the way this is formatted. So it's all good. It's just I like the ruler to kind of match going across the top, but like I said, I'm kind of skimping on my paper because I'm loving it. All right, so 4 pieces cut at 1 1/8 by 1 7/8. We're going to use the ruler side, and then 2 cut at 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. Okay. So those are your pieces. And then I also have a piece of basic white. Look at all my tools already cut out. They're so cute. All right, so let's make sure these are right. So the basic white should be cut at 1 7/8 by 2 7/8. Yeah. Now, I cut out 2, so you can put one on the front and then put another one on the back if you want for signing. Or you can also cut out 2 pieces of basic white, the same as these pieces of designer paper. So these are cut at 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. So they're exact same size as your front of your designer paper, but they're going to go on the back if you want to sign more, you know, like a message or whatever. Okay. So, but I'm just using 2 of these little rectangles, 1 7/8 by 2 7/8 of the white. One for the front, one for the back. All right, are we ready to cut and score? Oh, all right, let me see if I need my arm opened. I don't think I do. All right, so on the 8-inch side, remember you're going to cut a 1/2 inch off of your 5.5 by 8.5. So your finished size for your base card should be 5.5 by 8. Here, let me put this on picture in picture. So I feel like I can talk to you guys better. Or talk with you guys better. Okay, so your finished size should be 5.5 by 8. And you're going to score this on the 8-inch side across the top. You're going to score this at 2 and 6. Okay? Then you're going to turn it on the 5.5 inch side, just double checking, and you're going to line this edge up at 1 1/4. Okay? Now we're going to cut 2 cut lines between, let me fold these score lines so you can see right where I'm cutting, or I can see where I'm cutting. You're going to cut a slit, like a cut, you're going to cut a slit, 2 slits between these 2 score lines, the 2 and the 6. So on the 5.5 inch side, line it up at 1 1/4, and you're going to cut between the 2. So you're going to line it up at 2 on your paper trimmer arm. Cut down from 2 down to 6. And then I like to hold the paper in place just to make sure I cut it enough down to that score line. Because sometimes I, you know, especially when I'm on camera, I can't really see without putting my hand on the camera. All right, then we're going to go ahead and flip it around to the opposite side. And again, we're going to line it up at 1 1/4 and do the exact same cut, cutting from 2 down to 6. And again, I'm going to lift it. Yeah, I need to cut a little bit more down. Okay. Now we're going to flip it back over on the 8 inch side. And we're going to line this edge up at 3. Line it up at 3. And again, we're going to score. So now where we just cut, we're going to score between those two cut lines. So we're going to line it up at 3. And then we're going to score only between those 2 cut lines. Okay, then we're going to slide it down to 4, because 4 is half of 8, right? And we're only going to score, when this is lined up at 4, we're only going to score the top above the cut line, and then skip the center, and then score the bottom below the cut line. Okay? So 4 inches is only scoring the top and the bottom of the cut line. Then we're going to slide it down to 5. And again, we're going to only score between the 2 cut lines at 5. Okay? Yeah, that looks really good. So let me see if you guys can see the score lines here. So this is what it should look like. Your halfway point of the card at 4 should only be at the top and the bottom, above and below the cut lines. And then at 3 and 5, you're going to score between the cut lines. Okay? And then this is your 2 and 6. That's it. That's going to make this really cute fun fold for you guys. Let me get my bone folder. All right, so we're going to make our first fold is going to be valley. Valley fold. Then your 3 and 5 inch score line, that's going to make your pop-up piece of your center, is going to be the mountain. And then your 3 inch is going to be the mountain right here like this. And then your 4 inch is going to be a mountain like that. So that's going to come right up in the center. And then your 2 or your 6 inch is going to be the valley. So I will show you this from looking from the top here, what that looks like. Okay, so it should look like this. Well, that probably doesn't look very good. Like this. Okay. So you have your 2 mountains, and then you have your mountain here for the center part, and then your valleys are your 2 and 6. So then you can put your card together on the ends. Just slide them together. And then this is one way that you can close your card too. So I'm going to reinforce all the score lines with my bone folder when the card is closed. It's a little bit easier to do it that way. Okay? So then that's the card. Ta-da! All right, now we're going to decorate it. I'm going to use my liquid glue. We're going to put our peg paper on. Remember, remember these are both cut at 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. These are going to go on the panels on the sides. Put this one on. So, you guys know I asked you, or I actually mentioned to you guys last week that Jessie was selling sourdough starters. She gave me one, and we made sourdough last night. I'm not sure how it's going to taste. I actually had to make it this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, we made 2 loaves. Actually, I got a picture of it on my phone, but Richard and I are going to have a piece of it tonight. We're going to see. So if I'm not here next week, you'll know why. Just kidding. So there's your 2 panels. Isn't it cute? And then we're going to put our measuring tape side up on these. Now, what I found when I was making so many of these, I found that when I put my glue in the middle of all my panels here first, and then when I put my glue on my little tiny pieces, I make sure I get the edges really good. Because you don't want those lifting up, you know. So then I got the middle and the edges really good. Oh, I want that on the other side. Oh, well. I guess I'm doing the pegboard side. I wasn't thinking. Sorry. Well, you'll see my finished card. So you guys can see which way you like it better. I'm giving you 2 varieties, let's say. Right? Yeah, I meant to put my measuring tape up. I was talking about my sourdough. I was so excited about it because I'm not a baker, you guys. I mean, I can make some cookies, but I am no way a baker. But Jessie walked me through it. She was so amazing, and she has been selling the sourdough starters like crazy. It's so awesome. She made 4 loaves yesterday, and I made 2. And, of course, we were talking on the phone the whole time. And then Griffey would come on and say, "Hi, Grams." Oh, my gosh. That made it all so much better. All right, so this one's going to have all pegboard paper, which is still cute. Right? Now, if you want to decorate these side panels, you can. There's nothing saying you can't. You definitely can do that. But I'm going to go ahead and put my piece of basic white on the center of the card. What's nice with this card is if you wanted to stamp this later after you put it on your card, I mean, you might, want to do it before in case you have to flip it over. But you can lay the card flat for stamping. It's not like it's permanently positioned like that. You know what I mean? So you can lay it flat to stamp. And then you can also just, stamp before. And then this piece is going to go on the same rectangle area as the front. But this is just going to be an extra space to write a little note to whoever you give it to. Okay? And then like I had mentioned earlier in the beginning of today's live, I have 2 panels that are cut just like the other designer paper. So if you have a lot to say, you can put more basic white on the sides. Or you could even put more designer paper there too and decorate those panels. But really, when they set the card up, the front is going to show. So I feel like that's enough. I love it. All right, now it's just a matter of decorating it. Let's put our "You're the Most Awesome." Let's get some dimensionals. I need some mini dimensionals and some full-size dimensionals. Hold on a second. I got them all in my cubby place here. So I made 3 other cards using this card design to show you guys. I used the Just Kidding or Just Kitten, right, with the kids. Mind you, all 3 cards, let me think. Yeah, all 3 cards could be given to Griffey. So I was channeling Griffey when I was making those other cards. So I'm going to put this kind of like kitty corner in the center. Now remember, when you're closing this card, it's going to be okay. As long as you don't go over those 2 and 6 score line right here. Because either if you close them up like this, you don't want that to be interfered with that. And then when you close it like this, there's nothing that's going to stick out. You know what I mean? So you can, go a little large here if you want for the center focal point. And then I'm just going to go ahead and decorate it the way I did with the other one. So I put my hand saw over here. And these are all from the Trusty Toolbox designer paper. And I either use the dies to cut out the tools, or I hand cut them out with my paper snips. So they're very, very easy to cut out. And I cut them out this morning. So after my making bread all morning, I was able to do this too. I'm going to take a wrench. I'm going to put this one on here. Just decorating the panels, you know. Just making sure to keep it within that 2-inch section there. And then I took my pencil and I think I cut my mini dimensionals because the pencil is very narrow. So I'm going to take a mini dimensional and I'm going to cut that in half. And then I have a lot of the halves. Because look how skinny this pencil is. But it's so cute. It looks just like my husband's pencil he takes and puts in his pocket for work. All right. So we're going to put our pencil over here. I tried to balance it out with like 3 things on each side and then a couple in the center. So then on the other side, I'm going to put my hammer. And all I'm doing is I'm just putting dimensionals on them. I could have put these on beforehand, but why? Because you guys just love watching me peel off my dimensional backings, right? Oh, wait, I got to put my tape measure on first because that one's going to sit lower than my hammer. So put my tape measure at the bottom here. And we're going to take my hammer, kind of put that at an angle, making sure to keep it within that time or within that frame there. And then take another wrench with dimensionals. I'll look at your comments here in a second, all right? And we're going to put this one right over here like that. Let me move this hammer over a little bit. Hold on. I can move my wrench over a little bit. There. Because you don't want to hinder that closing of the panel there. You know what I mean? All right, and then right around You're the Most Awesome, I took a pair of pliers. I'm going to cut that one in half with the mini. Where's my minis? Right here. You want to be careful where you strategically place these dimensionals too, because I want it to be sticking right onto that piece of basic white. Okay, so we're going to put my wrench. Maybe I'll have it go this way. Just kind of go around that greeting, and then I have a screwdriver. So I'm going to put a little mini dimensional on the screwdriver. My half, where's my halves? Hold on, I just cut them, didn't I? Just cut them? Did I already use them all? I guess I did. All right, I'll just cut another one. All right. Oh, that's what happened, I think, because when my nail pulled it off. All right. And then Monday, guess what else happened on Monday? I went to my dentist and I finally got all my silver fillings removed from my mouth. I know, it's been a journey, like 2 years, and it's been very expensive, let me just say. But I don't have any more silver fillings. And I had to get a crown yesterday, and then he had to take a silver filling out of the back. So it was like a 2.5 hour doctor visit or dentist visit, but it is all done now. Woo! I'm so happy about it. All right, let's just put this one right here like that. Ta-da! There it is, you guys. That was really just focusing on the designer paper, really, and the cute fun fold. But look, it just folds up like this. And then this fits into a regular size envelope. So you can definitely close it like this, which would probably be the way that I would do it. Or you can close it up like this. That will also fit. Okay? Very cute. Who made this card today with me? I really want to know. And now, which one is your favorite? Here's the one with the ruler paper on the top. That's the one I was going to do. Then I was talking about my sourdough. Yes. All right. So you can have your choice, whatever one you like, with the ruler or with pegboard all the way around. The pegboard looks like a real pegboard this way. You know, like a guy's garage, kind of. Very, very cute. All right, let's see. Does anybody have any questions before I show you the other cards really quick? I have a lovely view of snowy mountains and no snow at my house. Oh, Karen, that sounds beautiful. But no snow. It's still beautiful. I love the sunshine. And you guys know that I guess that groundhog didn't see it, or he did see. No, I think he. What is it that he doesn't see it or he does see it and we get shorter winter? So, yeah, I'm really excited. If we had winters like this every year, we wouldn't even want to be snowbirds. Seriously, this winter has been so mild, knock on wood. How do you keep the ink? Oh, wait, where did that go? Hold on. It just scrolled up on itself here. Hold on, let me scroll up. Hold it. Where did it say? How do you keep the ink from getting all over your sleeves? Oh, you know what? I don't know. I don't ink like this. I ink with my fingers. It's no different than regular long sleeves. I like these shirts because I can wear them with the motorcycle and they stay down in my coat or my vest or whatever, you know. And I call them monkey thumbs. So they're my favorite shirts. I like them. But yeah, I don't stamp like this. You know what? Somebody asked me how I wipe my butt with my long nails. I don't wipe my butt with long nails like this. I mean, I wipe like this. I mean, I know that's probably a little TMI, right? But I mean, yeah, it's like you just stamp. I don't know. Most of my feelings are gold. Wow, Carol. That's nice. Yeah, I don't have gold. I don't have gold. But I had a lot of fillings that were actually, you know, they say because your silver fillings have mercury and you could, you know, leak mercury into your bloodstream, and that's not good either. I mean, not that there's like a test or anything, but my fillings have been in there since I was really, really little. So, you know, like young. So I know this last tooth, when he was taking it out, he ended up having to do a crown on it because there was a big crack in it. And it was like, you know, that was probably some of the signs of, you know, it could have been leaking or, you know, more damage from the silver filling itself, not from my cavity or anything, but just from the silver filling. So yes, I got all new teeth now. So yes, so great. All right. Everybody's laughing probably of my comment. I won't revisit that, but I don't know. I just do it. And my nails got cut down yesterday, so they're actually pretty short. But I like them this length too. But, you know, it's weird. Like, I don't stamp. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, if you're stamping, how do you keep your sleeves out of the ink? But I don't stamp, like, with my sleeves. You know what I mean? I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just, you know, making it like where I can understand, like, your question. I get it. But I stamp like this. I don't know. But I just like these kind of sleeves is all. They're like double duty for Richard and I riding on the motorcycle for me to wear coats and stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marilyn. All right. Right? Ah, I love see the snow, but I don't like, yeah, me too. Me too. I like it. especially the first snowfall. I really love it, but I don't like driving in it or being out in it. If I can just stay home, thank you. I agree with you. I love my shirts. Thank you. And I'm not saying she doesn't, but she was just asking a question. I get it. And typically when I'm stamping, I'm not all dressed up either. I mean, I'm dressed up with you guys on Wednesday because this is my job and I want to look nice for you guys. But typically I'm stamping in my pajamas. I mean, let's be honest. So I'm stamping in a sweatshirt that I pull up like this, or a tank top or something, you know. So I'm not always stamping like this. So this is just, you know, my Wednesday gear, right? Keeping it real. Right. Keeping it real. Your fillings are old too, Kathy? Yes. And my mom kept telling me about it, it's nice to get them removed if you can, but it's, it's a big process. So, but Monday was my last ones and I'm so happy. All right, let's show you guys the other cards. And then I'm going to show you my pre-order. Okay, so here is, let me take this off here. Bring on spring. Me too. I am so ready, Margaret. All right, so this one is using the Jungle Pals. Now this stamp set, let me show you this. This stamp set and the dies are free during celebration. The stamp set's a $50 item, and then you can get the coordinating dies for a $100 item or a $100 order. So if you place a $150 order, you can get both of these items for free and they coordinate. This is on page 12 and 13. Very cute and very griffy, right? So I will say, I don't know. Now this is just me talking personally off the cuff. So there's no judging. This is just my personal opinion and what I'm observing. I don't know why Stampin' Up! Is making a lot of stamps without greetings. I feel like they've really missed the boat on a lot of the stamp sets this time. Because I feel like this animal set is really cute. And they could have had a lot of cute little punny sayings like, I bite you, or let me bite you, or stay out of my way, I'm going to bite you, or something, with this alligator. Or there's just like very minimal greetings with the cute stamp sets. And like the watermelon set, that would have been so cute to have like watermelon punny sets, with greetings. But this stamp set does not have any greetings, so I had to dig it out. Let me show you here. I dug out some other stamps, and maybe that's why Stampin' Up! Wants us to dig out our other stuff. But this is the Jungle Pals. Very cute. I like the sloth. He's really cute. But this is also the die here that I have in the stamp set, so I can keep that all together. But you can notice there's no stamp set, or no greetings, right? So there is a lot of stamps in the annual catalog and the mini catalog. So what I used this last week or the week before, the Rhino Ready, and I know this stamp set is no longer available. It was an online exclusive. But these greetings are so cute for, like this one says, hope your day is wild. So I took the Your Wild and I just stamped it over here and put it on the side. And then It's a Great Day is also from the Rhino Ready, right here. It's a Great Day. And then I used the monkey set, which you guys know we all love the monkey, the little monkey stamp set. And I thought it was cute with the sloth where it's saying just swinging by to say hi. So there's a lot of greetings in there, but they all came from 2 other stamp sets, So you can always mix and match and everything. And I'm not like jumping on Stampin' Up! And complaining. It's just I don't know why they didn't put some greetings with them. Because like all the other greetings that we've had in the past, like the hippo, they had cute little sayings in them, I like that. So this is the Jungle Pals card. Okay, those are what I use for that. And then I've got, hold on, let me get my other ones here. get all my stamp sets out. All right, then I use this stamp set with this punch, Submarine Life. Ooh, I love this stamp set. The first time I seen it, I thought of Griffey immediately. Plus, it comes with the punch. This is in a bundle. You can save 10% when you purchase it in a bundle. This is in the mini catalog, and this is that card. So cute. I was actually going to make this card with you guys today, but I didn't want to cut all these little words out because you guys know I like to do that too. So these greetings are in the stamp set. Thank you, Stampin' Up. Floating by just to say hi. Kind of like the monkey one, swinging by, but this one's floating by. And then it says sending oceans of love, right? And then you got the cute little submarine. It's got a little cute crabby, a fish, a starfish, an octopus. Oh my gosh. This stamp set is really, really adorable. And then, of course, it's got the little bubbles for the submarine. So cute. So then I stamped like the mammals, I guess, all the stuff that's in the water, the fish and stuff. I stamped those like in the brighter colors for Griffey. So cute. All right. So, and again, I'm going to show all these cards individually when I post them on my blog, just not tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be making and posting the toolkit, but over the next week, I will be posting all the other cards. And then this one is using the Just Kiddin' stamp set, which is this one right here, which is, again, I think of Griffey. And I think this is I use this one, You Are Amazing. And then, of course, I use the Country Bouquet for the little I Love You. Because if I send this to him, it's going to be, you know, just a Because I Love You card. But isn't it cute? The little kids playing like they're sailing in the water. And then I put stars. This is from the Just Kiddin' designer paper as well. I just flipped it over for the, I think this is the Berry Burst cardstock. So cute. All right, so there's all my cards. Let me bring my submarine one back in because it's so cute. So, I don't even want to ask you what your favorite is because they're all my favorite. But I could so send all 3 of these cards to Griffey. You know what I mean? Aren't they cute? Do you want to see another one up close? Most Stampin' Up! YouTubers don't get retired stamps, so they might have a problem. Oh, yes, Mary. That's why I don't like using my retired sets. But when you don't have every stamp set, it's kind of hard to pick and choose. Yes. Yeah, most of the time I don't use retired, just for that reason, because most people don't have them. But I know a lot of my customers, they have that Rhino Ready set. I think that was the only one that I think that has been unavailable for a while now. So the monkeys would be cute too. Yes, Margaret, definitely. How do you know what sentiments are from which set? Well, the stamp set has the cover on there, and you can see the greetings, right? Like this one says, you sparkle every day. It's your birthday. You are amazing. So, and then the picture of the catalog too has the picture of the stamp. So like this one is in this mini catalog here. So what I do when I'm like designing the cards for my lives every Wednesday and I'm looking for a sentiment, I will literally sit at my counter and I'll go page by page looking for like a coordinating greeting or a birthday greeting that looks good or is the right size. See, this is the Just Kiddin' suite of products. So this paper is a $50 choice. Now Stampin' Up! Just added that. But then when you turn the page, you can see the stamp up close. So I will literally go through the catalogs, all of them, and look for the greetings. And then, of course, it depends on what I have. Because I do not have every stamp set. Believe it or not, I do not. It would be nice if I did, but I don't. So then, so yeah, that's how I just go through the catalogs. That's all. The animal card is my favorite, Diana said. Thank you. Oh, they're all cute. You can't pick one. I have an old fruit set for the watermelon. I know, I do too. And it says like you're one in a melon or, you know, oh, I want to show you the new product too, because there's a stamp set in here that's really cute. That, well, it's not necessarily for the watermelons, but it's very, very cute. And it reminds me of a retired set. All right, so those are my extra cards. And like I said, I will post these on my website and give you all the details and the products I used and stuff, all right? Let me keep these ones out because these are the ones we made today. All right. Oh, yeah, Stampin' Up! Does have an index in the back of the catalog. That's correct. You can do that, too. I just like looking through the whole catalog because I can kind of spot the ones that I have. You know what I mean? Like the ones that I have personally. Oh, thank you, Darlene. You're so welcome. What stamp are you using for the sentiment? For which one? Which card is that you're asking about, Linda? Yes, thank you, Shirley. Give me the thumbs up. I have an old fruit set with the watermelon. Yes, very cute. What set are you using for the sentiment? Are you talking about this one? This one is from the Trusty Tools. Let me show you that. If I have it, yeah, right here. This is the Trusty Tools is You're the Most Awesome is in this stamp set. I don't think there's very many, like the Griffey cards I had to pull because they're sets that didn't have greetings. So that's when I went looking for like this one and this one. These two greetings are from the Rhino Ready, which is not available currently, but it is an online exclusive. I know the dies are no longer available, but the stamp set was for a while. So, but then I used this the little monkey for just swinging by to say hi for the sloth. And then for the sending the submarine, these were the greetings in the stamp set right here. This one's got lots of greetings. Hello, or happy birthday, hello. Floating by to say hi, you're sublime. And sending oceans of love. Very cute. And then the other one that I pulled out was the I love you for the little kitty one here, the Just Kiddin'. Hold on, let me pull that set up. That one, I used You Are Amazing, which is in the stamp set. And then I wanted to have another one on the other side, so I balanced it out with the Country Bouquet, and this is in the annual catalog. Okay? So there's only one set that I know of that's not currently available. It's unavailable, is the Rhino Ready. But that one has a lot of cute little greetings for the wild animals. That's why I went with it for this card for Griffey. Okay? Hopefully that answered your question, Linda. All right. Let's see here. Rhino Ready. Oh, thank you. Thank you, whoever posted that number. Thank you, Jean. There's your Rhino Ready stamp set, and it is available. Thank you. Last time I checked, it wasn't available, so it is available. So everything I'm using is current. Thank you. All right, let me show you my pre-order, and then I will let you guys go. So remember, the online exclusives. Now, this is what the Rhino Ready, this stamp set. This stamp set was one of the very first online exclusives that was released. Griffey will love that card. Thank you, Laura. I hope so. So the thing is with the online exclusives is that they're only available online. They're not going to be in any publication. So you have to go to my online store to view the online exclusives. And then once they're gone, they're probably gone. But I think Stampin' Up! Is working on something that might, you know, like it's not going to be gone like so quick, maybe. I don't know. They just keep tweaking it a little bit. So the Rhino Ready was an online exclusive. And then these items that I'm going to show you are going to come out on March 4th. Okay. And these are online exclusives. So let me grab everything over here. I'm so excited. All right. Let me grab my coffee set. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Hold on. It's behind my coffee cup here. It fell over. All right, there's my coffee. Hold on, everything tipped over here. Yep, there's my dies. I want to open these up with you guys too, because I want to see them. Hold on. All right, there we go. We got everything now. All right. Yes, we got it. All right, so let's start with this coffee bundle. It's so cute. It's got a cold press machine. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but Richard and I have one and we love it. But it's Latte Love, and it's got cute greetings. Hello there, let's catch up. Thanks so much. This is a good one to cut in two, right? Not cut the stamp unless you want to cut it, but it's two greetings there. And then you're the best part of my day. And this one's on me. You guys know when you guys go to Starbucks or something and they pay it forward, that's kind of like how that's playing on that. But these are all like latte coffees that they make with the creamer, and they make it like into a heart or a little design right here. And then that is like what the paper looks like too. Hopefully that shows up better. Let me open it up here so I can show you. So this is a bundle, the Latte Love. And I'm going to show you the dies because the dies have the cold press in there. Okay, so this is the paper, 12 by 12. Ooh, these also work with the dies that you get with the bundle. Look, and you get like coffee stains there. Isn't that cute? So these are all coffee cups, and they work with the dies. Then you have the coffee beans. Coffee beans. These are also fit with the dies. This is the back side. Cute. I think the coffee cup, there's a coffee cup in the dies too that coordinate with one or two of these cups. But they're easy enough to cut out too. Isn't it cute? And then this is the back side. Oh wait, this is the back side. Sorry, that was the other piece. Look, it's little tiny coffee cups. Does it say anything? No, the little coffee cups and spoons. Very cute. So that's the side B. And then this is one side, and then here's the other side with the, I want to say it's Balmy Blue maybe? Or Lost Lagoon. Let me see. Does it say the colors here? It has, hold on. Okay, Calypso Coral, Early Espresso, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Pecan Pie, and Petal Pink. Those are your colors for this paper. Very cute. And we got these right here. The other side. And then this one here. Looks like a mocha. Ooh, so cute. That's coffee beans there, if you can't see that up close there. Okay, so this is the brand new paper that will be out on March 4th with this Latte Love. And this is called, let me tell you what the name of this designer paper is called. A Little Latte. Very cute. A Little Latte. Okay, there's that. And then I showed you the stamp set. Let me show you the dies. So I'll show you those. The stamp set. This is the die. Look at the cold press. Ooh! And a little coffee pot. It looks like a little cup, maybe. These are all cups, lids, little tiny coffee cups, a spoon, coffee beans, coffee beans, coffee beans. Very cute. This will be in a bundle too, so you can get it in a bundle. Remember, this is the Latte Love. And then I also got these. These are the adhesive back shiny sequins. These are really pretty. Look at those. Very springy. Love them. And then this is in the Latte, what is it? Latte Love Suite. You had the polka dotted ribbon. I was playing with it today. I made a bow. This is like a burlap kind of textured ribbon. It's polka dots. Isn't it cute? You can see it better over here. This is in the same suite with the coffee. And then they also have these adhesive back swirl dots. And they look like they're kind of like a coffee, kind of a feel to them. You know what I mean? Like they're swirly. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, there you go. Very cute. Like a coffee bean kind of feel to it. And then this stamp set I also got, and this is one of the new online's exclusive, Sweetly Script. Do you guys remember the stamp set we had that was very similar to this? I think I'm going to be using this one for my March thank you notes because I love this A Million Thanks. I love that. But these are the greetings. Speedy recovery, save the date, a million thanks, happy birthday, congratulations, and happy anniversary. I love it. So cute. All right, so those were some of my pre-order. I couldn't bring everything over, but that's some of it. Oh, I love it. Love the dots. Thank you, Kathy. I think I'm going to like the dots too. All right, so any questions about that stuff? Yes, the French press. I love it. You know, really, when you make French press coffee or the cold press, I say cold press because we make it cold iced coffee, and it's like so not bitter. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because you're just letting the coffee brew itself without no heat. I think sometimes it's almost too hot and it kind of burns the coffee and then it makes it bitter. I think that's why we like our Nespresso coffee maker so much too, but our cold press or our French press is so nice for that reason. Your coffee never tastes bitter. I love it. Did you get the wagon one? No, I didn't get the wagon one. I might get it later, but it wasn't on my first to get. I get the flower one. I was asking somebody this morning, how do you pronounce that? It's it's right here on my flyer. I can show you it here. It's in my other room. This is the Flowering Siennas designer paper. It's so springy and summery, and I loved it. The flower one is Simply Sienna right here. It's so cute. I got that one, and I got the dies. That's where the sequins are in that suite with that designer paper. But I didn't get the designer paper yet either. But I will get that. And then this is another one and another embossing folder for the Simply Sienna. I think that's how you pronounce it. All right. Nice to have a happy anniversary stamp. Yes, Rena, I agree. I only see half of Dawn's face. Oh, you do? I wonder why. That's weird. There. You know what? I thought it was my iPad. Because my iPad is like cut and like the top and the bottom is like cut. And so when I look at it, I don't see like the full image like you guys. But when I go back and I look at your guys' comments and stuff, my picture looks great. So that's really weird you said that. So now let me see here now. Does it still, let me see this here. Does it still, all right, there we go. Is that better? That's so weird. It moved. It moved on me. Is that better? Oh, maybe that is why. Maybe because I was so close. That could be too. All right, let's do, oh, you know what? Do we have time? It's been an hour. Do you want me to do some Happy Mail? I got so many beautiful birthday cards from you guys. I got some in the office too. Maybe I'll do those next week. I just brought a handful of them down yesterday. Let me clean up all this over here. Hold on. I'll bring some of my Happy Mail over here. I got some right here. This one. And then I think I got 3 or 4 more in the office here. So this one, this is so pretty. Very purpley. Let me take your comment off there, Rena. Okay, that's better. All right, good. All right, so kind people are my kind of people. This is from Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. Your note was so sweet. Thank you so much. And your card is so beautiful. I love it. It's purple, my favorite. Then this card is, it's a good day to have a good day. This is from Shannon. She was congratulating me on my last milestone. So thank you, Shannon, from Stampin' Up. Love getting mail from people at Stampin' Up. And then this one's from Miss Karen Drain. She's thanking me for a prize that she won early in the glitter pit for the glitter spinner. She won some gems, but again, it's purple. Love that. This card is from Sarah. Sarah is also congratulating me on my milestone. This is Sarah Douglas, I might add, from Stampin' Up, the CEO of Stampin' Up. Sent me this beautiful card, congratulating me on my milestone. Thank you, Sarah. And then this card is from Rebecca. She is thanking me for the gems that she got, or the glitter spinner that she won, or the card sketch. Rebecca is such an awesome stamper too, but look how cute. Thank you, Rebecca. And then this card is from Pat. Time flies when you're having flies, or when you're stamping with Dawn, she said. Thank you, Pat. So cute. Look at her cute frog. Isn't that cute? The little jar has flies in it. Fresh flies. Fresh flies for 5 cents. That's funny. I love it. Thank you, Pat. And that was from Pat Schultz, I think it was, right? Yeah. And then this is a birthday card from Renee. Thank you, Renee. I love all your happy mail. Thank you. I do have some other cards in the office, and I'll bring those over for next week, all right? Don't let me forget. All right, let's do a glitter spinner. I have these this week. Let me give you guys these. These are the adhesive back Milky Dots. Oh, I don't want to take that off there because I don't want to lose the connection. So let's go ahead and spin for the comments. Spinning, spinning, spinning. All right, spinning right here. Who is that? Mary! Mary, do I have your address? I think, why do I keep using that pen because of the stylist. Okay, Mary, I think I have your address, don't I, Mary? Sickler. These are the Milky Dots. All right, if I don't, you know if I have your address, right? If you've won before, then I have your address. And then if you've moved or updated your address, please let me know. Add me to your contacts that you need to update your information with whenever you move or whatever, you know, so I'm aware, and then I update my files too. Okay, so Mary, and then who was the other one that won? Here's the new host code. Oh yeah, who was it? Oh yeah, Diana. Diana and Mary, you won the glitter spinner this week. And then here's the new host code. Okay? All right. If you guys have any questions, please just reach out to me. That's what I'm here for, all right? Let me look for any last questions. What DSP did you use on the jungle? All right, let me show you that. That is just using the Glorious Gingham paper with the lemon lime twist, I believe. Yeah, the Glorious Gingham designer paper. This is one side, and then the check is the other. Well, they're both gingham, but one side's small and one side's large. And then I used the pecan pie for the trees and granny apple green for the leaves. Yep, great question, Kathy. All right. Yes, every stamp set should have sentiments that coordinate. Amen. I agree. I agree. We did a baby shower for my cousin with the theme yellow sub. Oh, that would have been cute. That would have been adorable, Nicole. So cute. Yes. Let me see here. Watermelon sugar. Yes. Wouldn't that be a cute greeting for that set? The watermelon set? Love the card. Thank you. Thank you. More cute sayings. Yes, we all love the cute sayings. Not only for decorating the card, but for the inside the card too, you know. Love, love, love the sub. Thank you, Lori. Did you sign on back? No, I didn't sign on the back of what? The cards? No, I didn't sign on this one, but I put a little area there that you could sign. Right there. I don't know who asked that. Kathy? Yeah, you can definitely sign on this card. You just have to add another panel on the back. Or you can add a long one on the sides. So yeah, you can definitely add that. Just add more basic white to it. Oh, thank you, Lori. All right. So wish me luck on our sourdough tonight. We're going to have a piece of it. I know I don't eat bread normally, but I noticed when we were on the cruise, I ate like sourdough at dinner and I did not hurt or get inflamed. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking the sourdough in itself is better for my joints and my rheumatoid. But, and I don't plan on eating a lot of it. I'm just going to have a piece of it to try it. Because, you know, if you eat a lot of bread, you'll gain a lot of weight. So I don't want to do that either. And it's probably not good for, you know, your sugar and stuff. Can you explain how the FSMs work? Yes, Gloria, I would love to. So right now, during Sale-a-Bration, for every $50, you can pick your Sale-a-Bration item, you know, for free. But also during the whole year, whenever you reach $50 in your order, this is before shipping and tax, and it's got to be one order. It can't be a cumulative. So it's every increment of $50, you get one token from me. So when you guys get your thank you notes and little pieces of punched out cardstock, those are your tokens. So you can count along with me, or you can just use them on a project. I keep track of every single customer and how many tokens they got, what catalogs I sent you, what orders you've placed. So I keep track of all of that. Now, I don't mean to be like I'm perfect in keeping track, but I do try. So if we have a discrepancy or something, if you want to reach out and just ask me how many tokens you have, I can look it up and then we can go from there. But once you reach your 10 tokens, so it's for every $50, so you get one token. If you spend 100, you get 2. You spend 150, you get 3. So once you start building your tokens and you reach 10, then you get to cash those 10 tokens in. You can pick a free stamp set, a free bundle, or a free die collection of your choice, one or the other, not all three, or not a shopping spree. You can pick a stamp set, or a die, or a bundle. And the item must be a value of $50 or less. And I will do a personal order for Stampin' Up! To place that order and have them send it to you for free. And I cover the shipping and tax and all that. But your order must be at least $50 or less when you're cashing it in. There's nothing to send back. You don't have to send back any tokens. You don't have to fill out any forms. All you have to do is just email me. And you have to give me your address. If I could just emphasize that part a little bit heavier, I have to have your address. The reason I need your address is not only to confirm that it's you, but I need to place the order, and it saves me a lot of time from having to look it up, right? So the more information you give me when you place your email to give me what you want for your FSM tokens, then I can just place the order. So I need the item that you want with the item number and your address and your name. That's it. So then we just start over again. So if you have, say, 20 tokens, you could get 2 items. You could get a stamp set, a bundle, or a die, and whatever you want, 2 of them, right? And 2 separate things. The only thing that's not included in the tokens when you're cashing them in is celebration items. Because believe it or not, as demonstrators, we do not get those for free. We still have to make purchases to get them for free too. And then also the hostess only items. I still have to buy those or earn them for free myself with the $150 order. So anything else that's currently in the mini catalog or the annual catalog, as long as it's not a celebration or a hostess item, you can pick the stamp set, die, or bundle. Okay? And then once you cash in your 10 tokens, then you just keep, you know, the next order you place, it just keeps building. It just rotates back up. Okay? Does that help you? Hopefully that explains it good. But it's for every 50, not accumulative. So accumulative meaning like if you place a $20 order this week and you place a $30 order next week, you're not going to get a token. It's got to be one single order of $50. So it's one whole order of at least $50. Plus, during Celebration, not only are you getting the token, but you're also getting a free item from Celebration. So that ends on February 29th. So it's like a double whammy now. It's like you're getting a token and your celebration item. Can we get the latte? Let me see how much. Oh, I don't know how much that was. I don't have a paper on that. I want to say you can. I think it's under $50 for that. I think. But, yeah, I don't have the price here. I just have the flyer. This is the flyer that shows it right here. I don't know the price of it off the top of my head, but I want to say it's under $50. So yeah, you could also get that for your 10 tokens if you wanted that bundle. Definitely. But don't email me now and then come March 4th because I can't order it right now anyway for you. You'd have to wait till March 4th and then email me closer to the day and then I can order it. Because right now during pre-order, we can only order one of whatever we want. We can't like just order it, outright order it like for all our customers and stuff. I can order it once it goes live on the customer side for everybody. You know what, Mary? She's asking about my mystery boxes. I just contacted Lori. She's coming over probably in the next month and she's going to be making more mystery boxes. Yes, more mystery boxes are coming. I think I have 1 or 2 left. 1 or 2 mystery boxes left. And they're $75, but there's so much stuff in the box. Definitely double, maybe even close to triple your value. And that includes shipping too. Priority flat rate in a large box. So that $75 includes your shipping. So you're getting a really good deal with all the jam-packed boxes. But Laura packs my boxes for me. She does such an amazing job. So it was funny. I just messaged her. I said, hey, are you up to coming over and packing up some boxes? She said, as soon as it stops snowing so I can get into your subdivision. And I'm like, yeah. But I'm not quite ready yet. I'm just, making little piles over there for her to bag up everything. But yes, mystery boxes will be coming, but I do have 1 or 2 left if you're interested in those. Those boxes have old stuff in it, like over the last 17, 18 years, old stuff. So, all right. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Kathy. When can I call you? Mary. Oh, Mary, you can call me. I'll be in my office for a little bit tonight because, like I said, I was running behind. But, yeah, you can call me when I'm done here, all right? Sounds good. All right, so any other questions? Coming in late. Hey, better late than never, right? Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Please subscribe. I would really love it for a thumbs up. That helps the YouTube promote my videos. That's really helpful. Thank you so much. And once again, thank you all for joining me today. Spammers calling me. Go away. Yes, like I was saying, I know it's time out of your day to come join me in my Glitter Pit Live, but I'm so happy you did. Hopefully you learned something, learned a new fun fold, got to see some new stuff, got to hang out. All right, so any other questions, you guys can email me always here, all right? Contact me here. This is my email, dawn@theglitterpit.com. Email me here, and I will get back to you. Those of you that have been wanting to cash in your tokens, I've seen your emails. I'm going to be doing that today and tomorrow. Since my doctor visit, and then yesterday I was making sourdough. Let me tell you about the sourdough. It is a big process. I mean, not only you have to feed it, but you have to like do like this lifting and stretching it every half an hour for like 3 hours. So it was a lot of the time out of my office doing the sourdough. So I'm just a little bit behind, but I'm getting caught up. So I thank you for your patience. All right, so I will see you guys next week. Same glitter time, same glitter station. We'll be here in the Glitter Pit at 3 o'clock Eastern, all right? Put it on your calendar, save the date. We'll be here again, stamping, having some fun, all right? I love you guys. I'll see you then. Bye.